was good to get a win. You know, it wasn't perfect, but I thought we played hard. I thought we corrected some of the things that we really spent much of the week working on from an emphasis standpoint. I thought we tackled better. I thought offensively in the second half it got a little slow and a little sloppy. We had some minus plays, some penalties. Those things we're going to have to obviously clean up. The third down numbers, I think, offensively seem good. Defensively, we still want to work on improving that. But all in all, it was good to get that first win. Any questions?
Defensively, better performance this week, 204 yards, points.
Well, I think the thing that was encouraging is the red zone defense. You know, the opportunities in, and you know, forcing them to settle for field goals. That's huge, and that's the one thing that we were able to do when we were playing well last year, and we did it today.
Coach, do you feel the sack on Drew and the penalty was a bit of a turning point in the game?
Well, I think this, obviously, when you go from a sack to where you're going to be punting to a personal foul, now they have a first down, that can be a significant momentum shift anytime that happens. And certainly at that point, it was. I think obviously it was the right call, and fortunately we were able to take advantage of it.
Did you feel a little, I don't know, momentum or a little more fire after that?
You know, I think listen, I thought we responded and started, you know, we seemed to be, we had 2 or 3 minus plays, you know, be it at the point of attack in the run game or in a protection where, you know, someone gets on the edge and all of a sudden he's getting hurried. I thought he did a very good job after that point collectively, after that point of blocking some of their pressures, because, you know, obviously when you have a lead then going into the fourth quarter, it's going to become a more aggressive approach defensively, and we were able to come up with some big plays. Robert Meacham, Kenny Stills, those are some big third down conversions. So, I mean, I think there is that back and forth, if you will, but I think capitalizing on that and being able to score on that drive was significant.
You were speaking of minus plays. What was your initial reaction leading to a snap over Drew's head, and how did you help him settle down after that?
Well, I didn't actually see the snap because, you know, your eyes are spent on coverage sometimes, and look, it was important that he's played before for us, obviously at guard, and you know, every one of these guys, because of what you carry on game day, is, you know, is a play away from or snap away from having to play, and you know, he'll learn from that, and we'll grade the film that, you know, that he was in there, and hopefully you know, improve in that area.
Those first 2 drives couldn't have gone any better. I mean, you had 8 plays of 10 yards or more. You know,
I thought our tempo was good. Obviously, I thought the balance was good, and I thought we were running it pretty well. I thought in the second half, when all of a sudden, for one reason or another, it seemed to be a little bit more challenging. I think the backs did a good job with their second effort. We protected the ball, but you know, kind of slowed that, not tempo, but slowed that momentum down, if you will.
Sean, after your catches last week, big touchdowns, good to see you get back.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, that was a big play for us, and you know, it was a strong play inside, which is very typical of him.
After that fast start, obviously you didn't want this to be a game where you had to go through adversity, but were you glad that you got to see them handle that finish in the fourth quarter like you were talking about?
Yeah, you know, in 2 cases, it was a game where we were able to, you know, get them off the field, and then it was a game where we were able to possess the ball for however many minutes and end up taking a knee. So that was a positive.
What went into the move to start Corey White?
Well, that's how we finished last week, and so it was just what we felt was best in this game.
On first blush reaction, why were the running backs able to get to the second level?
Listen, I thought up front we were doing a really good job. I thought we were getting off on the snap count. It's a defense that, you know, I would say to their credit, they're very sound. You kind of have an idea how they're going to line up certain formations, and I thought, you know, we did a good job. To their credit, in the second half, I felt like they were able to, you know, create some penetration and take away some of those running lanes. We'll see on film.
Change up much?
No, I mean, we got a little bit more pressure with the lead, which is pretty normal.
And then when Bridgewater came into the game, obviously different style quarterback.
Yeah.
Were you happy with the way they adjusted, or did that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we we knew that obviously he's a little bit more of a runner. You know, he was able to make a play on a draw. You know, we rushed 5 guys at times to try to keep him in the pocket. And I thought our coverage was real good. There's some times where plays were extended and we were still on people, and that was encouraging.
Did you have so much time preparing for Bridgewater this week? I mean,
No, just in the discussion of understanding their depth. You know, you got to really prepare for what you see, and then it's no different than the week before with regards to Manziel.
Coach, you did this game obviously a lot today. A guy like Josh Hill, kind of, in my, it appeared to me that he maybe played his best game as a Saint. Is that today?
Are you asking me a question? I think he played well. I think there were times where, you know, there's some things specifically later in the game that, whether it be a protection or in the run game, we'll work on some of his fundamentals. Obviously, with Ben going down in the second half, you know, he had to step up and play more, but he did make some big plays for us.
How did you feel that Corey White adjusted?
I thought well.
Playing outside?
Well.
Sean, I know you all expect the win to come eventually, but it's a sense of relief to finally get it out of the way based on how this team struggled.
Say that again.
Is there a sense of relief, even though you know it's
It's not. I don't know that it's a sense of relief. There's a sense of urgency. You know, anytime, you know, you're playing these games. So I think that would be a better term.
did you like how the defense seemed to play pretty consistent, even when the momentum kind of shifted away from the offense?
Yeah, that was. Listen, I think those red zone stops and being able to force a field goal. I thought that was very significant, and it was one of the points of emphasis in this game.
Coach Lofton, did you appear to be active to you today?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, obviously he was the signal caller and handling all our stuff, and so a lot falls on him each week when we do that. But I think so. All right, thanks.
Locker room's open.
Upset.